The Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 1 just dropped. I'm one of those crazy people that woke up super early to watch it. I want to give you my raw reaction and review. What's up, everybody? It's Josh. Smash that like button like that weird Hulk-looking clone trooper, and let's get right into this. And yes, I'm one of those crazy people that woke up early to watch this episode of The Clone Wars and do this reaction to you, so please forgive me if my thoughts are a little bit jumbled. It's really early in the morning. Okay, so raw reaction to this episode was, dang, this is pretty freaking cool. We knew it was going to be Bad Batch. We had seen some leaks of what Bad Batch was going to look like. But overall, I was very excited and very happy with what we got with the Bad Batch, what we got with Rex, Cody. Oh, and real quick, I should stop here. Spoilers for the episode. Like, I'm just going to speak freely. If you haven't seen the episode, don't watch this video. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And even though there's not a lot of Jedi action, actually no Jedi action in this episode, I thought it was like a perfect first episode back to Clone Wars. It sets up a lot of the drama with the clones themselves, the fact that Rex thinks that Echo is still alive, and just in general, their struggle with the war. And if you've never watched Clone Wars before, one of the most fascinating things about it is the fact that Dave Filoni and George Lucas took these characters that are clones. They're all basically the same person, and yet we created all these individual characters. This is a really big part of the show, and it's good to get back into this and hang out with the clone troopers and all of the different personalities that make up the clones. The action was awesome, and if you don't remember this, the animation used in Clone Wars is top notch, and sometimes, like, when you're looking at it, you get lost in it, and it really reminds you of the CGI from the actual prequels, and I mean that in the best way possible. Basically, I sometimes think that this is live action. Like, the animation is that close, and the way that the shots are set up, you just kind of forget that the animation's even there, and you're just watching these characters. I've been watching some Clone Wars episodes leading up to this, kind of getting ready for it, and yeah, that's definitely something that was there in the original show, and in this last season, it comes back in full force. This was crazy. The way the action is shot looks very live action. It was just awesome. Now, the plot of the episode is really interesting. There's this planet of Anaxis. I guess it's a shipyard that the Republic is using to build all these different ships. It's being assaulted, and there's a problem. They can't actually beat the droids that are battling for Anaxis. And so, for the first time in a long time, or seemingly a strange occurrence in the Clone Wars, this battle has been going on forever. And Mace Windu and Anakin Skywalker are leading a joint attack on the planet, but they still can't seem to win the day. And that's when this really interesting thing is introduced in the plot with this algorithm. And, you know, being a YouTuber myself, like, I couldn't help but chuckle and kind of root against this algorithm. But essentially, the plot here is the clones believe that the droids are learning systematically through this algorithm what their plans are going to be. And so they want to do something unorthodox. They decide to go behind enemy lines. And Cody brings in the Bad Batch. They're going to work with the Bad Batch. Now, these characters were dope, man. The way they're introduced when they fly in low to the shipyard with all the clones was crazy. I'm going to call them, you know, I know the one guy's Hunter. I'm going to call him Rambo guy. The one guy thinks Wrecker. I'm going to call him the Hulk guy. There was the smart dude. I don't know. We'll call him Brains. And then there was the sniper guy, right? And so these characters, all with unique mutations. They have their own thing going on. They're called the 99. Again, we knew about the Bad Batch, but it was cool to see them in action. They get recruited, and then they all go behind enemy lines. But they get shot down. There's like this really awesome sequence where you get to see the Bad Batch in action. This is after Cody gets rescued from the crash by the Hulk guy, but he's too injured, and then all of these droids come to attack the clones. Rex wants to get out of there, but the clones, the Bad Batch, are like, nah, it's not how we do things. Let's showcase all of our dope powers. They're throwing like shock or EMP grenades and literally sniping out the grenades to cause like these shock waves from those grenades on the droids. That was really cool. They, of course, handle business. It's awesome, but then there's a lot of tension between the 99 droids and what they call the regs, the regular clones, and there's just a lot of drama there, which was interesting, but, you know, did that really have to happen? I guess the Bad Batch, particularly that Hulk dude, really don't play nice with others, and so it causes some problems, but their leader, Hunter dude's like, no, we're all on the same team. We're going to listen to Rex, and we're going to get this stuff. So they do their clone trooper thing. They end up getting inside this base, but they discover that it's not actually an algorithm that is beating them. It's a live signal coming in from a different planet, and they decipher that it is indeed Echo that is giving the battle plans to these droids. And that pays off something earlier in the episode where basically Rex is saying that a lot of the battle plans they had been using lately that had been figured out, presumably preemptively by the droids, that those were old battle plans that he and Echo drew up together. And so, yeah, Rex was right. Echo is alive, and that will probably be carried on in the next episode. I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. That's the end of the episode. Echo's alive. Rex was right. That's likely going to be carried through in the next episode. I'm really interested. Like, is Bad Batch going to stick around? Because they're pretty cool. I wouldn't mind those guys sticking around for more of the episode. Are they going to help with the Siege of Mandalore? I haven't seen enough of the set photos or really dug in to know if that's been leaked or whatever. But it would be cool if that actually did happen. I'm fond of these characters. I think they're cool. Overall, this episode just lives and dies by its action. If you're a fan of the action with the clone troopers, I think you're going to like this episode. I thought it was a good start back into the season, getting us back into what the show was all about, the sounds, it's just so quintessential Clone Wars era Star Wars. The sounds from even the drop ships coming in. If you were a big fan of the show before, it just gives you all the nostalgic feels. So I think it's pretty much perfect start. Wasn't anything too crazy, but they're definitely saving some amazing stuff with, Mandalorian Maul coming up very soon. So that's my raw reaction and review for the Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 1. I really liked it. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. I'm curious what you thought of the episode. Did you catch anything in it that I missed? Do you want the Bad Batch to stick around in whatever Rex and the troopers do next? Whatever you're thinking about this episode, let me know in the comment section below. Now let's shout out Gabri Y. Yes, indeed, the X-Wing has 4 Incom 4L4 fusion thrust engines. All right, I didn't fact check that last part, but it does indeed have 4 engines, which was the question. So shout out to you, Gabri. Now let's ask another nerd card question before we get out of here. What was the name of the sniper clone trooper from the Bad Batch? Can you remember? Is it super early in the morning and your brain's not working like mine? You let me know. What was the name of the sniper clone trooper in the Bad Batch? Answer that question in the comment section below. As I always say, I hope you're having an awesome and a nerdy day, and I'll see you in the next video.